There's a cleaning hack floating around the internet that sounds too lazy to work. Drop a dishwasher tablet into your toilet, walk away, come back to a spotless bowl. Millions of people have tried it. And here's the thing nobody tells you. It does work, but not on what you think. It removes some stains brilliantly and is completely powerless against others. So let's break down exactly what that little tablet is doing down there. Before we get to the list, you need to know what you're actually dropping in the water because that's the whole secret. A modern dishwasher tablet is not soap. There's barely any soap in it at all. Suds are the enemy inside a dishwasher. Foam kills the spray pressure. What's really packed into that little block is a chemistry set. The bulk of it is sodium carbonate, which you probably know as washing soda or soda ash. That's the muscle. Then there's sodium percarbonate, which is a fascinating little molecule. It's hydrogen peroxide locked onto soda ash in dry powder form. Add water and it cracks apart, releasing hydrogen peroxide, what the industry calls oxygen bleach. There's sodium citrate and sodium silicate in there as builders and corrosion inhibitors. And then the interesting part, enzymes, usually protease, which shreds protein, and amylase, which breaks down starch. Some tablets add a bleach activator called etched to help the oxygen do its job at lower temperatures. And there's a small amount of non-ionic surfactant, the low-foaming kind. There's one more detail worth knowing. Back in 2010, phosphates were essentially removed from household automatic dishwasher detergent in the United States after a wave of state-level bans pushed manufacturers to reformulate nationwide. Phosphates were the old workhorse that handled hard water. When they disappeared, manufacturers leaned much harder on enzymes and oxygen bleach to make up the difference, which means the tablet in your cabinet right now is a very different animal from the one your grandmother used, and that matters enormously for what happens in your toilet. So, here's what it actually removes. Number 1, the brown ring at the waterline sometimes. That ring around your bowl is the whole reason anyone tries this hack. But here is what most people don't realize. Toilet ring isn't one thing. It is a category, and the different kinds look almost identical while being made of completely different stuff. If your ring is soft, slightly slimy, and comes off with pressure, that is biofilm. It is a colony of bacteria and mold that have glued themselves to the porcelain right where the water sits still all day. Serratia martescens is a common culprit, and it is the reason some rings show up pink or orange. A dishwasher tablet demolishes this. The alkalinity breaks down the sticky matrix holding the colony together, the surfactants lift it off the surface, and the hydrogen peroxide oxidizes the pigment. Biofilm is essentially organic gunk, and organic gunk is exactly what this tablet was engineered to destroy. If your ring is chalky, crusty, and feels like sandpaper or a shelf you could chip with a fingernail, that is a completely different story, and we will get to it, painfully. Number 2, body oils and the invisible film. Here's something nobody wants to think about. Every flush aerosolizes a fine mist. Skin oils, cosmetics, hairspray. Whatever's in the air, it all lands on porcelain and mixes with what's already there. Over time, it builds an invisible, greasy film that makes your toilet look dull even right after you clean it. It's also the glue that lets new grime stick faster. Sodium carbonate is genuinely excellent at this. Alkaline chemistry saponifies fats, meaning it chemically converts grease into something soap-like that rinses away in water. It's the same principle behind oven cleaner and degreasers. This is old, boring, extremely reliable chemistry, and it's why your bowl feels squeaky rather than slick afterward. Number 3, protein residue under the rim. This is the tablet's genuine superpower, and it's the one thing bleach can't match. Under the rim of your toilet is a channel with small jet holes. It's dark, it's permanently damp, and your brush physically cannot reach most of it. It is a paradise for organic buildup. Protease enzymes are biological scissors. They don't scrub anything. They find protein molecules and snip them into pieces small enough to dissolve and wash away. It's the exact reason your dishwasher can handle baked-on egg and dried cheese without you touching it. Now here's the catch, and it's a big one. Enzymes are proteins themselves, and they're picky. They work best in a specific temperature window, roughly the warm to hot range a dishwasher runs at. Your toilet bowl is sitting at room temperature, maybe 60 to 70 degrees. The enzymes still work down there. They just work slowly. Which brings us to a rule you'll hear a few more times in this video. Dwell time is everything. 10 minutes gets you almost nothing. A few hours gets you real results. Number 4. Yellow and tan discoloration. The dingy yellow-tan cast that creeps across an older bowl is usually a stew of oxidized organics, a mix of waste residue, mineral traces, and pigmented compounds that have settled into the microscopic pores of aging glaze. This is where sodium percarbonate earns its keep. When it hits water and releases hydrogen peroxide, that peroxide attacks color-carrying molecules called chromophores and breaks the chemical bonds that make them visible. The stain isn't scrubbed off. It is structurally dismantled until it stops reflecting color. Bleaching in the truest sense. Oxygen. Bleach is slower than chlorine bleach. It is also considerably gentler, doesn't produce that swimming pool smell, doesn't fume up a small bathroom, and it breaks down into soda ash, water, and oxygen. For a lot of people, that trade is worth it. Number 5. The smell. There's a difference between covering an odor and eliminating it, and this is the difference. Toilet odor is bacteria metabolizing organic material and releasing sulfur and nitrogen compounds. Spraying air freshener over it is a costume, not a cure. A dishwasher tablet goes after the source. The alkalinity neutralizes acidic odor compounds directly. The hydrogen peroxide oxidizes both the bacteria and the volatile molecules they emit, and the enzymes remove the food supply, kill the colony, remove the buffet, and the smell doesn't come back for a while. That's a genuinely different result from a scented gel clipped to the rim. Number 6. The grime on your toilet brush. This is the free bonus nobody mentions. Think about it, you scrub a toilet, then you park a soaking wet brush in a plastic cup and shut the lid. That cup is one of the filthiest objects in your house, and you're recontaminating your bowl every single week. After you scrub, don't put the brush away. Wedge the handle so the head hangs in the treated water and let it soak. Better yet, dump the tablet water into the brush holder, let it sit, and rinse. Same chemistry, and it cleans the tool you clean with. Number 7. What it absolutely will not remove: limescale. Time for the honest part. This is where most of those hack videos are quietly, confidently wrong. Limescale is calcium carbonate. Hard water carries dissolved calcium and magnesium, and every time water sits at the same level and slowly evaporates, it leaves a whisper of mineral behind, layer after layer, month after month, until it crystallizes into what is functionally a thin sheet of rock, chemically bonded to your porcelain. Same mineral as a stalactite, same mineral as chalk, and limescale is alkaline. Your dishwasher tablet is also alkaline, strongly so. Alkaline chemistry does not dissolve alkaline minerals. It is not a matter of strength or soak time. You could leave that tablet in the bowl for a week and the limescale would not care. This is like trying to put out a fire with a lighter. Dissolving calcium carbonate requires acid. Citric acid, acetic acid, plain white vinegar, lactic acid, or in serious cases, something harsher. The acid reacts with the carbonate, fizzes it apart, and releases it into the water. That is a specific reaction with a specific ingredient, and your tablet does not have it in any meaningful amount. But wait, you are thinking, some tablets list citric acid on the label. They do, but it is there as a builder and water softening agent to grab minerals in the wash water before they land on your glasses. In a tablet buffered to a high pH and diluted across 1.5 gallons of toilet water, that citrate has essentially zero descaling power against a hardened deposit. The chemistry is fighting itself, so if your ring is crusty and white, gray, or chalky, you are using the wrong tool. Vinegar or a citric acid discolor is what you actually need, and it needs hours, not minutes. Number 8, what it will not remove: rust and iron stains. Those orange-brown streaks running down the back of the bowl, especially if you're on well water or have older galvanized pipes, that's iron. Dissolved iron in your water oxidizes on contact with air and porcelain and leaves rust behind. Rust is also an oxidized compound. And here's the uncomfortable irony: oxygen bleach is an oxidizer. Throwing an oxidizer at something that's already oxidized doesn't remove it. In some cases, it can drive the stain deeper and make it more stubborn than when you started. Iron stains want a reducing agent or a strong acid. Oxalic acid is the classic answer, and it's what most dedicated rust removers are built around. A dishwasher tablet will do nothing here except waste your money. Number 9, what it will not fix: etched porcelain. If your toilet is decades old or has been attacked with harsh acid and abrasive pads for years, the glaze may simply be worn through. Porcelain is glass over ceramic. That glass layer is what makes it non-porous and easy to clean. Once it's scratched, pitted, or etched away, the ceramic underneath is porous, and it drinks stains like a sponge. At that point, the discoloration is inside the material, not on it. No cleaner on earth fixes this. Not a tablet, not bleach, not a pumice stone. If your bowl restains within days of a deep clean and feels rough to the touch, the glaze is gone, and you are looking at replacement, not cleaning. Worth knowing before you spend another year fighting it. Number 10, the scrub trick and why it actually works. Here's the version of the hack that produces those dramatic before and afters, and it works for a reason people usually misunderstand. Put on rubber gloves. Take a tablet, the loose powder kind, not a gel pack, wet one corner, and scrub the stain with it directly, like a bar of soap. The results can be genuinely impressive, but the reason is only partly chemical. A compressed detergent tablet is a mild abrasive block. You are doing mechanical work with a hard object, plus concentrated, undiluted alkaline chemistry right at the point of contact, instead of diluting it into 1 gallon of standing water. 2 important warnings. First, never do this with a liquid gel pod. You will rupture it and squirt concentrated detergent, which is genuinely nasty on skin and dangerous in eyes. Second, gloves are not optional. Concentrated sodium carbonate and percarbonate powder on wet skin causes real irritation, a stinging, prickling sensation people consistently report when handling this stuff barehanded. Number 11, the right way to actually do it. If you're going to do this, do it properly, because 90% of people are sabotaging themselves. Push the water down. Take a toilet brush or a plunger and force the standing water out of the trap. This is the single biggest upgrade to the whole method. If you don't do it, you're diluting your tablet into 1.5 gallons of water, and your active concentration collapses to almost nothing. Push the water down, and that same tablet dissolves into a small puddle of concentrated cleaner sitting exactly where the ring is. Pour in about a cup of hot tap water. Not boiling, we'll cover that. Just hot. Drop the tablet in. Now walk away. Not for 10 minutes. Overnight if you can, or at minimum a couple of hours. Enzymes and oxygen bleach are patient chemistry, not instant chemistry, and they were already working at a temperature disadvantage. Then scrub and flush. Get under the rime while everything softened. That's where the enzymes did work, no brush could have done alone. Number 12, don't use boiling water. This shows up in a lot of hack videos, and it's bad advice on 2 counts. First, safety. Porcelain is a ceramic. Ceramics conduct heat poorly, which means when you dump boiling water into a cold bowl, the inner surface expands, while the outer surface hasn't gotten the memo yet. That stress differential is exactly how thermal shock cracks things. Toilets are rarely cheap. Cracked ones are worse. A hairline fracture you don't notice can turn into water damage in the room below. Second, it's counterproductive. Enzymes are proteins. Heat them past their working range and they denature. They permanently unfold and stop functioning. It's the same thing that happens when you fry an egg, and it's just as irreversible. Boiling water actively destroys one of the best ingredients in the tablet before it ever touches your stains. Hot tap water. That's it. It's in the right window for enzymes, and it speeds up percarbonate without risking your toilet. Number 13, never put one in the tank. Absolutely not. This is where a harmless experiment turns into a plumbing bill. The tank isn't porcelain all the way down. It's full of rubber and plastic, the flapper, the fill valve seals, the gaskets. That flapper is the single most important part of your toilet. A rubber disc that has to sit perfectly flat and watertight, cycling thousands of times a year. Master plumbers consistently warn against cleaning tablets placed in the tank of any kind, because sitting in a chemical bath 24 hours a day degrades rubber. The flapper goes brittle, warps, stops sealing, and then you've got a toilet that runs constantly, quietly wasting water and money, and a repair that costs vastly more than whatever you saved. There's also this. A tablet in the tank only touches the bowl on the way through in a few seconds of flush. It can't sit on a stain, which is the entire mechanism you were counting on. It's all risk, no reward. The bowl is the place, and even then, occasionally not as a permanent resident. Number 14, never ever combine it with other cleaners. This is the part that genuinely matters, so pay attention for 30 seconds. If there is any chlorine bleach in your toilet, from a rim clip, a tank tablet, a previous cleaning, or anything else, you need to flush thoroughly before adding anything else. Bleach mixed with an acidic cleaner releases chlorine gas. Bleach mixed with ammonia produces chloramine vapor. Both are genuinely dangerous, and a bathroom is a small, poorly ventilated box. Emergency rooms see this every year from people trying to double up on cleaning power. Now here is a chemistry detail that is actually reassuring. Modern enzyme dishwasher tablets essentially cannot contain chlorine bleach because chlorine destroys enzymes on contact. It would kill the product's own active ingredients in the box. That's precisely why manufacturers use oxygen bleach instead, which means your tablet is unlikely to be the source of the chlorine. But it doesn't mean your toilet is clean of it. Some older powdered dishwasher detergents were chlorine-based, and plenty of toilet products still are. So the rule stands regardless. One cleaner at a time, flush in between, never improvise a cocktail. There is no cleaning problem in your house worth breathing chlorine gas over. Number 15, the plastic wrapper question. Most tablets come sealed in a clear film. It looks like plastic wrap, and people naturally assume they should peel it off. Don't. That film is PVA, polyvinyl alcohol, and it is engineered to dissolve completely in water. Peeling it means handling raw, concentrated detergent for no reason. That said, be honest with yourself about what you're seeing. In a dishwasher, that film meets hot water and mechanical agitation. In a room temperature toilet, it dissolves noticeably slower. If you're only giving it a few minutes, you may find pieces still floating around. Warm water and patience solve it. There's also an ongoing scientific debate about whether PVA fully biodegrades in wastewater treatment or persists in the environment. That's a real conversation, and it's worth knowing that dissolves and disappears are not the same word. If you're on a septic system, oxygen bleach is generally considered septic-friendly because it breaks down into soda ash, water, and oxygen. But this should be an occasional deep clean, not a daily habit. Number 16. The question. Nobody asks, is it worth it? Let's do the math. Nobody in these videos does. A dishwasher tablet is one of the more expensive cleaning products per unit in your house. It's a compressed, multi-ingredient chemistry package with enzymes in it, and enzymes aren't cheap. A dedicated toilet bowl cleaner is typically formulated with a thickener, so it clings to vertical surfaces instead of sliding into the water, and it's often acidic, which, as we've covered, is precisely what a real toilet ring frequently needs. So the honest verdict is this. As a routine weekly toilet cleaner, the tablet is an expensive way to buy the wrong chemistry. But there is one scenario where it's genuinely, specifically great. A neglected toilet with organic buildup, biofilm, a lingering smell, and gunk packed under the rim where no brush reaches. Enzymes plus oxygen bleach plus alkalinity is an unusually good combination for that particular job, and most toilet cleaners don't offer it. And here's the pro move. If your bowl has both problems, a chalky mineral ring and organic funk, do them separately on separate days, flushing thoroughly in between. Vinegar or a citric acid discolor for the minerals. A dishwasher tablet for the organics. One after the other, never together, because mixing an acid and a strongly alkaline product just neutralizes both and leaves you with expensive salt water. That's the whole thing. Not magic, just chemistry. And chemistry only works when you point it at the right target. So the hack is real, it's just been oversold. That tablet obliterates biofilm, grease, protein, odor, and organic stains. It's completely useless against limescale and rust. Know which one you've got and you'll never waste a tablet again. What's your go-to toilet cleaning trick? Drop it in the comments. If this was useful, smash that like button and share it with a friend. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a video.